What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Bills and Bourbon. It is Monday night, and we are going to talk about the Bills dub from Thursday Night Football. But first, as you know, we're called Bills and Bourbon for a reason, so we got to go through the bourbon first.
Hey everybody! So tonight's bourbon is Angel's Envy. It's a Kentucky straight bourbon, and it's finished in port wine barrels. It's like I have been saying, I just drink bourbon I like. I don't know a lot about all the particulars, but this is another good one. You'll see through the weeks that I do like a lot of bourbon, but I have different tastes, and this is one of my favorites. Pretty cool bottle. I don't know if you guys can see. It's got the angel wings on the back. Not sure if you guys can see that, but pretty cool. So this is a pretty decent one, and it's a good one to drink when the Bills win.
Hell yeah!
And
So
we won.
did you count the amount of bourbons? So we're in week 8. Do you have enough bourbons to last the rest of the season?
Plenty.
I
Bourbons.
love it.
We won't have any problem.
Cheers.
Cheers to a win.
Cheers to a win. So the Bills.
So good.
They beat the Bucs 24-18, which I thought that they looked a lot better this week. Even though they kind of went stale in the second half, I thought, but overall, I thought they looked like they had a lot more energy. They were excited to be there. I don't know. They looked more like the old Bills team to me.
Yeah. Started out like gangbusters. Love the hurry up, no huddle, whatever you want to call it. They had them on their heels, and were moving the ball quite a lot in the first half. I would give them, excuse me, I would give them an A in the first half, and I would give them, I don't know, not a very good mark in the second half. Probably a D, C, or a D. They scored coming out of the break, but then 4 straight punts. McDermott punting from inside Tampa territory I think it was once on the 48, once on the 47,
And
once on the 49 on our side.
But they also took delay of game penalties for both of those.
They took delay of game penalties. And then,
you can't do that.
You can't offside. Everybody in the world knows you're going to do that.
I know.
And it didn't work, and they won, but they had a chance to put the dagger in, but they just don't put teams away. They let Baker Mayfield hang around till the last play, really, which was close. Godwin turns around and looks at that ball a couple seconds earlier. He's catching it because all our guys were laying on the ground somewhere. Nobody touched the ball.
I was so nervous because as soon as they were like, "Oh my God, he's going to throw a Hail Mary," I was like, "This will be the most Bills bullshit ever."
Hopkins had one a couple years ago against Arizona, and then we just don't seem to handle that well. And then we didn't handle that one well either.
No,
because nobody touched the ball.
I don't know.
And it shouldn't have, in my opinion, never should have came. All you had to do, kick a friggin' field goal. Just do something. Get some points on them 4 drives that you just decided that Yeah, we're going to win this game. I'm just going to. He goes into this totally conservative mode, and it's not going to work. It's definitely not going to work next week if
Mhm.
we happen to be up on the Bengals, and you have to continue to attack when you have
Yeah,
somebody like Josh.
yeah, because they're gonna score points. So you can't just be like, all right, well, our defense is gonna take care of it. They're not that anymore.
They're not that. He's thinking, or I don't know what he's thinking that we were the defense in week one. Yeah, when have all our starters, Milano, Trey, um, Daquan. Yeah, but now you got guys that they're backups. They're not going to be able
Right.
to hold the fort down for you. You
No.
have to score points.
Right. You have
It
to.
just
And
it's
that
aggravating to me that
it,
he's
yep.
so conservative.
That aggravated me too. And then we could have had it. They were sacking them on fourth down, and fucking McDermott calls a timeout,
Yep.
and he does that. I don't
That's
know
another
how
thing
he
he
does
does that
that. He
aggravates me too. I don't know where he gets that.
he
He
calls a
sees
timeout, and it
on
ruins a
defense.
good play by the Bills.
Yep.
It's wild how he does that. Oh, sheesh.
I,
That
I I do think that finally they figured out that Kincaid, who he is. I mean, he's still a rookie, but they definitely fed him the ball, got his first touchdown, doesn't drop anything. A couple of them
oh,
passes that were thrown to him were not on target, and he grabbed them.
that toe tap he had on the sideline was insane.
Yep. Even his
Well,
touchdown, that ball was behind him,
yep.
and he grabbed it. I mean, I don't want to ditch on Knox, but I
No,
don't
no,
know if he
no.
would have
Let's
caught
let's
that.
just let's just say this right here. Dalton Kincaid is way better than Dawson Knox. I know everybody likes Dawson Knox. He's a
Yep.
good guy, and he's everybody's all friends. But even to somebody who doesn't know football, if they run routes next to each other, they're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, Dalton Kincaid," because Dawson Knox, he's not fluid like
He's
Dalton.
too inconsistent. He drops too many passes. It's that's what I mean. Like I said, he's a good guy, but you can't, you know. On what was the game 2 games ago? Josh underthrew him a little bit. Would have sauced that game too, but he underthrew him, no doubt. But the ball hit him in the hands. It was short, and he dropped it,
Yep,
and it would have been
that
game
would have been
over.
it. Game over. Yeah,
You can't
and
have that.
that's what they need to do. They have to get those. They have to make those plays. Like they can go down the field and score when they're in a time crunch like no other team I've ever seen. But they can't go 1 yard on 4th and 1 to fucking close out a game. I don't understand. And I think that's McDermott's losing mentality. That's what that is. Oh, I don't want to, maybe not get it. And then, they're going to go down and score. You'd be like, all right, guys, we're the best team in the world. Go out there and get 1 yard and ice this game. Like,
Yeah,
come on. That
yeah.
just makes us look like
Well,
ah,
he's an old school. He's an old school. Defense wins. You know, defense wins championship. That was in the '70s with the Steelers and those defenses. Now
right,
points. That's how you win games. Points and
right.
lots of them.
I agree. And I think I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Sean McDermott as our head coach right now. Like he's a great defensive coordinator. I will give him that. He knows that side of the ball, but to wear all the hats, I just don't think he's got it. I don't think he's
I
got
don't
it
know.
to get us to the promised land, you know?
Well, we'll have to see. But I kind of, we got to see how this year plays out. Can't lose many more games. If we lose against Cincinnati, That's 4 conference losses.
I know.
It really puts us in jeopardy. So you're never going to, puts us in jeopardy of missing the playoffs. But
Yeah.
if we were to win, if we beat Cincinnati, and I think Miami plays Kansas City
In Germany.
in Germany, right? If they, if the Chiefs beat Miami and we win, we both got the same record and we have the tiebreaker. So we're back in first place in the
I know.
the AFC East. So everything is, I mean, there's not
It's not as out of hand as everybody is. Like, I'm
exactly.
definitely one of them. I'm definitely one of them because, I get nervous for this later stretch of the schedule. But, if you take a step back and you look at the landscape of the NFL right now, like the Bills aren't doing anything different than every other team, really. Every
Kansas
other
City lost to
right.
Denver. And who would have thought that the 49ers would lose 3 games in a row? Everybody
Well,
had them. They had Kyle Shanahan being like the best coach that ever walked on the face of the earth. And they were going to just cruise to the Super Bowl. And
that's a
now old Brock is looking like kind of a normal guy. They're dealing with injuries. Samuel's out. And they lost 3 games in a row.
Yep,
And
and that's a
Cincinnati,
perfect example. Perfect example, right there.
Cincinnati beat them pretty easily.
Well, I mean, the score it was a lot closer than what the score
It
suggests.
was.
But I wanted the 49ers to win that game so bad. Oh.
Yeah, we could have used that for sure. And a couple weeks ago, and you looked at the schedule, you would have went, "Oh, that's a W for San Francisco," because the Bengals weren't. Now they've won 3 in a row. Burrow looks like his calf is healed. I mean, next week, huge game, tough game.
Big game, tough game, but so the good news is they played on Thursday Night Football, so they've had 10 days. They'll have 10 days to get right. So Josh's shoulder, everybody, they'll be on 10 days of rest, and I think that's going to do them good. I really do, because
I mean, I know they can beat them. It's just that the way they're going to have to beat them is they're going to have to score points because they're going to put them up with Chase and Mixon and
oh yeah, they got their offense.
Tyler Boyd, and they got some offensive
They
talent.
do, but they've had multiple games this year where they've only scored 3 points.
I
So,
know.
I don't know how that happens, but
we just got to. The offense has got to be humming Monday night or Sunday night, and we put a bunch of points up, and hopefully our D can, maybe Von will be feeling a little better. He seemed to be. He got to what's his name? He got to Baker once. He couldn't get him down, but he got to him.
that would have been a game changer right there too.
Yeah,
they're so close. They just
and the only reason they were in the game was we gave them 2 fourth down.
2 4th and 10s too. Not even like 4th and a little bit. 4th and 10.
Yep, 2 penalties, automatic first downs. I mean, on the second one, Jordan Phillips, Baker Mayfield was already getting ready to go down. He had him, and then he, for some ungodly reason, he let him go and he grabbed him by and the guy was crumbling. Play was over.
I know.
And that's that was the end of the game. That was it. 4th down.
There's over. so many times that game should have ended. So many times. I texted you after that drive. I was like, what did I just watch?
I know.
What did I just watch? Then the touchdown hit what's his face in the helmet, and then the 2-point conversion was also tipped.
It was tipped into the area, and you couldn't get 2 better breaks. That's what happens to us, though.
It is ridiculous.
That shit happens to the Bills. But the bottom line is, for the last 4 drives that we had the ball, we did nothing, and
That is the bottom
then we just
line.
punted. And we had a chance to go on a couple of them 4th downs, and he won't do it. He just won't do it.
I don't know why. I don't. You have to. You have to. All good teams will go for it on that right there. All good teams. That shows that you're a good team. If you go for it, you're gonna go out there and you're gonna get that 4th down. You're gonna go for it. Anything inside 4th and 2, doesn't matter when it is in the game. Nick Sirianni for the Eagles, they're going for it. The Chiefs, they're going for it.
And even
the Ravens, they're going for it. Like,
I mean, we got down and we did go on 4th and goal, and we friggin' line up in the shotgun again, and they threw it out to Kincaid, and they, you got 245-pound Josh 1 yard away.
They did a QB sneak.
Son of a bitch. What the?
They did a QB sneak later in the game, and Josh got 5 yards.
Yeah, he got like 4 or 5 yards. That's what I mean. I don't understand Dorsey's theory of lining up in the shotgun.
I don't either. I don't understand it either.
Somebody
explain it to me in the comments. I don't understand.
I don't know. He gets more. I don't know. I don't know. But there was a lot of good things that came out of it. Kincaid,
there was.
Cook. I thought the offensive line in the first half, I mean, they were rolling. Cook was ripping off some pretty good runs between the tackles. I mean, he's gonna break one. It's coming.
I know. Because once he gets by, he's out. He's pretty much gone.
Yeah, and he had a couple runs where he looked like they were going to get him, and he just turns on the Jets a little around the corner, and
he can get that edge. He can get that edge when he's trying to get it. There's not many people that can outrun him. He's gonna, even if it's like a broken play, he seems to at least get like a yard or 2 out of it. But that was another thing that I took a note. They ran a running back screen. I can't even believe it. I wonder what the stat is when the last time that they ran one. And guess what? It worked.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I guess it made it sound like Dorsey was, they were going no huddle, but it doesn't appear that Josh was calling his own plays. He was getting it in the headset, but in the hurry up. But
yeah, whatever.
You had him on the heels. I mean, if I was us, I'd come right out in Cincinnati. Hurry up, no huddle, right off the bat.
Me too.
I think see what happens.
We're patenting the A gun. We said it last week. And did you see all the people on Twitter after? Oh, we need to bring back the K gun. And if only people watched Bills and Bourbon last week, they would have known that we invented the A gun. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, it would be. I think we'd be formidable, man. You get him moving around, the defense gets tired. I mean, I had season tickets when Kelly and Thurman and Andre, when we were going to 4 Super Bowls, and I mean, right from the get-go, down the field, 6-7 plays, touchdown. I mean, these guys are sucking wind. They can hardly walk off the field because we ran a play every 20 seconds.
Yeah. And I think that's what they should do.
Couldn't do it.
And you got to worry about Josh running again. Because he can. He showed it last game. I mean,
yeah, he did get
also won me $200.
But I'm glad he did it, but you just got to do it to keep him honest. And if you do run, I mean, if you can, just slide, get down. You can run. You can have your quarterback run, and if he just gets down, don't subject yourself to those big hits. But that's Josh. He's trying.
Well, he did a good job this game. He did a real good job this game. That first run, nice slide. Um,
He's throwing the ball good too. I mean,
he is throwing away. He looked way better, way
what's
better.
completing 71% of his passes.
Yep, he
Yeah.
went 31 for 40 for 200 or 324 yards, 2 TDs, and an INT with a rating of 106.
And the interception was they
Crap.
blitzed him and he didn't see it. He just tried to get rid of it. The guy hit it. It was
Yeah.
that was you can't really blame him for that. It's that guy that what was it? Winfield came free. Nobody touched him,
Yep. Nobody touched him.
and it just hit him on the helmet and went up in the air. It's not like he threw a bad ball to a cornerback or something.
No. Also, Patrick Mahomes leads the league in interceptions now. So all you Chiefs fans out there that says Josh throws, too many interceptions, there's yours. Now you get to deal with it. Guess what? Josh has more total touchdowns as well. So
Yeah, he's leading everybody.
he
He's
is
ahead
leading
of Mahomes. He's ahead of friggin' Herbert. He's ahead of everybody. He's even ahead of Tua.
Yeah.
Well,
Not in yards, I don't think.
yeah.
So another good thing that they did, they didn't just throw it at Stephon Diggs. They threw it all over the map. Gabe Davis had 12 targets with 9 receptions.
Yeah, he looked good. So that's Shakir.
Khalil Shakir, 6 targets, 6 receptions, 92 yards.
Yeah.
He was our leading receiver.
Steph he's not gonna be able to 100 yards every, and I'm
He
sure
still had 70 yards.
How much?
70.
Yeah. It's a decent day.
Not a bad day. Not a bad day.
And I'm sure he doesn't mind if
No.
we win.
He wants to win. That's
Yeah.
what he wants to do. He wants to win the football game. So he's going to get mad when they lose and he doesn't get any targets. That's the problem. But if you throw it around and you win, that's fine. I'd be mad too. When you're a playmaker, it's happening in it's not LA now or Vegas. Devontae Adams aggravated.
Yep.
DeAndre Hopkins was aggravated because why? Because they're losing games and they're targeting Devontae Adams, arguably one of the best receivers in the league. 2 targets, 3 targets,
Yeah. Too bad we couldn't have scooped him up, man.
We have, what time is it? 8:00. Trade deadline ends tomorrow at 3:00. So a little less than 24 hours, 19 hours for Beaner to do something. So
yeah, and of course, I'm sure everybody heard. I know you heard. They picked up Fournette.
Yeah, Leonard Fournette.
TD Lenny, they call him. Touchdown Lenny.
TD Lenny.
I mean, he's a big old body too, boy. Him banging in there from the one for you.
Oh yeah, he will.
He can catch too.
He was great. He was a monster coming out of LSU.
And he was the year that
won a
Tampa,
Super Bowl.
Yeah, the year that Tampa won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
He was their lead back.
And he was good too.
He was.
I think I had him on my fantasy team.
Yeah. I remember where did he play before? Jacksonville?
Yeah.
They came into here and he got in a huge brawl in the end zone.
With Shaq Lawson.
Shaq Lawson, I think he hit him with his helmet or something. They threw him out.
Yeah, Twitter is all talking about if they're gonna get along or whatever, and it's like that was like 5 years ago.
Yeah. What else do I got here? 4th and 1, punted, 10-48. They almost caught the Hail Mary. I mean.
Yeah, I hope they've been talking. What's that corner's name from Chicago?
Is it Jalen Johnson or something? I can't remember.
Yeah, it's something like that. Apparently, he's ranked 4th overall in by PPF for corners right now. So if they can get somebody who can just stick to one wide receiver, that's what they need to do. But
Absolutely.
who knows?
They need to
I
get
don't
one
know how.
lockdown. Let me see if I can get all kinds of stuff going around.
Oh yeah, all kinds of stuff. You're right.
Jameis Winston going to get traded, they're saying. I'll tell you, I see a lot of the players now are calling out the refs, man.
Mm-hmm.
Kayvon Thibodeau calls out refs. You know,
I saw that.
It's the referees are. Somebody got to go get Chase Young, wouldn't it? That'd be another. He's a
Yeah.
beast. He's hurt. He was hurt, but I know. Oh, Jalen Johnson. 1 hour ago, Bills reportedly one of 3 teams interested in Bears cornerback Jalen Johnson. So, old beanie boy there, is he going to do something? I'd just give him. You can say, hey, you can have. I'll even give you Elam because I'm a good guy.
Yeah.
Just take him. Take him and hide him in your friggin' locker room somewhere. let him hook up with what's his name? Their middle linebacker, ours, Tremaine Edmonds.
Yeah.
They're buds. You guys can be reunited.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Does Bean, if we would have lost this week, they wouldn't have. They would have probably just wouldn't do anything. But now we're still in the hunt, and they definitely need help on defense, mainly the secondary. Really, I think our pass rush, linebackers are fairly decent, but our secondary corners are big time issue.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they're winning the game, and
Yeah, they won.
I think I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I cannot. I mean, I don't remember Bean doing anything during the middle of the season since I just don't remember any mid-season trades that he's ever made that are significant.
I can't remember either.
Yeah. But all right. I think we pretty much covered everything. Let's see here. I think that's it. That's what happens when they play good football, guys.
Yeah.
We have a shorter show. Don't have as much to talk about.
Oh, hello. Yeah, well, going into Cincinnati, it's going to be emotional with Hamlin.
Yep, that's true. That's true.
I don't know who's going to be more pumped up, us or them. But I wonder if they'll put him in the lineup. Probably not. Unless
They better not.
Yeah.
What's he gonna do? Just sit on the sideline? I don't know. Whatever. But all right. Well, why don't we'll finish up. We'll make a score prediction for the Bills next week.
A score prediction?
Yeah. Do you think they're gonna win or lose? First off.
I think they're gonna be pumped.
I think they are too.
I think it's gonna be like 34-31. Close. Yeah. As as we always are, nail biters. We rarely, blow teams out, but they got to score 35, in my opinion, to win because I think
Well,
Cincinnati's gonna. Just for the fact that our defense isn't what it was in the first 4 games or 3 games, whatever. When we had Milano and we had everyone, it's just
yeah,
different. It's a little patchwork, and they got 3 talented receivers, and that Mixon's a good back. I mean, Jamar Chase is,
yeah,
he's
he's
in the
really
upper echelon.
he is.
Who
He
the
is.
hell's who's going to cover him? Benford. I mean,
Yeah,
that's what I mean. You think about that. Who is going to watch him?
I
Dane
know.
Jackson. I don't know, unless they just play zone. And
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I think so. So, my prediction. So, I think that the Bengals are going to be all hyped up and they're confident and they're like, "Oh, we're back." Same thing that happened to Miami. Scored 70 points the week before. They were all on their high horse. They come to Buffalo and they get waxed. I think it's going to be a similar outcome. I think the Bengals are going to get a little too cocky, and I think the Bills are going to drop 40 on them. I don't think it's going to be a close game.
all
That
right,
that is my
I hope.
homer mentality, but I got a feeling that it's going to be a similar feel to the Miami game.
That would be nice because if we win Sunday, what do we got? Denver. Although they
Mhm.
did beat Kansas City. I mean, I were looking at that game like we'll win that game. And who
Mhm.
else? We had 2 games before we hit the really tough stretch. I mean, we have Cincinnati. You whip up the schedule there.
Yep. All right. Cincinnati, Broncos, Jets.
Eh, we should be able to beat both of them teams. And then what? Kansas City.
No, Eagles,
Oh,
Kansas City,
oh.
Cowboys. Eagles were away and Kansas City were away. Obviously, we can't play any good teams in our own house, so
No, yeah, we've been doing that for like 5. Ever since we've been good with Josh, we've gone to Kansas City like 5 years in a row on the
I
road.
don't think they ever I can't
They
remember the
came
last
here
time they
once.
played.
They came here once.
Did
Uh,
they?
yeah, they beat us too at home. But
Yeah.
the Eagles is going to be tough, real tough. Kansas City's beatable, and Dallas. It all depends on Dak.
Yeah. Hey man, something's going on over here.
Zach's cats. So hopefully, we're talking to you guys next Monday with a huge road win against Joe Cool and the Bengals. So that would be a real signature win this year.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, it
They're
would. It would get
starting.
the attention of the media too. They go out there and they wax the Bengals.
Yeah, they
So
were saying like Mahomes lost. Oh well, he had the flu all week, and they make so many excuses for him. But if Josh has a off game, the national media they just roast him,
I know.
and I don't understand why. You know, I
Uh,
mean,
the, the,
he's
they have
proven
this.
he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league. There's no way you cannot say that.
What they hate on him about is they just have this thing where he's never won anything, which he hasn't. But like,
It doesn't make him a bad quarterback. I mean, it's things go wrong. I mean, 13 seconds when he was on fire that year, 2 years ago,
oh yeah,
11 touchdowns, no interceptions in the playoffs. We were rolling then. That game should have been over. We're not going to go through that crap again. Leslie Frazier is no longer with the organization, as they say in hockey.
Well,
and,
as he should.
That's good because
That
you know
is good.
McDermott's got our defense playing well, but his unwillingness to take a chance at the end of the game or take a little risk is it's disconcerting because there's going to be some time down the line where you're going to have to do that, and he's going to have the balls to go for it on 4th and 1, on the 40-yard line, and then he's got to have to do it. He can't just punt it away.
I mean, he's going to have to change his mentality. That's a defensive-minded mentality, and you can't – that's just what he knows. And I think that's the problem with him.
Yeah.
But
all right.
Well,
cheers, everybody.
Cheers, everyone. Thanks for hanging with us.
Hopefully, somebody watches this. And
if you don't, we don't care. We do this for fun.
Do it for fun. But maybe next week we'll be talking about a huge win against the Bengals. So
hopefully we will. So
we will see you guys next Monday.
All right, guys, go ahead, like and subscribe, comment, give us your thoughts on what you think the Bills need to do to get that dub next week. We'll see you guys. Take care.
See ya.